Hello everyone, my name is Paul Wells. I'm the Vice President of Marketing with CenDyt. Thank you for joining us for another CenDyt training program. Today we're going to be covering kind of the nuts and bolts about text message marketing and give you some more information about some of the terminology we use, and we'll also go over some of the features and benefits of the CenDyt technology. So in this session, we're going to be going specifically over our pricing plans and features. We're going to talk about that terminology that we throw around quite a bit to make sure that everybody's on the same page. We're going to tell you a little bit about our digital fishbowl program and help you understand how that works. We're going to talk about some execution strategies on how you can implement communication strategies and strategies at your location to get your text message marketing program off the ground. We're going to talk about how the CenDyt overage protection plan works and what that is. We're going to show you how the broadcast scheduler works and what the benefits and features of that are. Incoming text messages, we're going to show you where that's at within the back office system and how you can respond to customers on a one-on-one basis. We're also going to show you our web widget and also talk a little bit about our campaign analytics. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to talk about is our packages and our plans. CenDyt plans are affordable for every business. They start at under $1 a day, but we have plans that go as big as you need them for big customers. We have some customers that send out more than 1 million messages per month, so that's no problem at all. Most folks should start here at a $29.99 per month plan, and that's because you haven't built up a list yet. You're just getting started, and you will grow into the larger plans as your program becomes more successful. But this is the entry-level packages that we have right here. And like I said, most customers should start right about here at the $29.99 package. CenDyt plan has many features, so I want to kind of talk about these for just a moment. First of all, we have no contract. You can stop your plan anytime. A lot of our competitors require you to have a 12-month or a 2-year commitment. We don't do that. We're very confident in our program, and we're confident you're going to be successful, so we don't have any contracts. We also give you unlimited keywords, and I'm going to talk in just a little bit exactly what a keyword is, but we give you unlimited number of keywords. If you look at the competition packages, most of them charge $25 per month per keyword. We give you unlimited keywords, unlimited list, unlimited number of subscribers. If you don't use your messages during this month, they automatically roll over to the next month, so you can bank them for maybe you're doing a big promotion in a coming month. We also offer 5-star support, so you can call us, you can text us, you can send us an email. Lots of different ways to contact us, and we will get right back with you to help resolve any issues that you may have. We're going to show you specifically what the web widget is and how that works, as well as our broadcast scheduler, and we're going to also go over specifically the free inbound text messages. So first thing I want to do is show you how to log into the customer back office so you can look at your account and look over where to get access to all the features of the program. So let's go ahead and do that. We're on the CenDyt.com webpage, so let's go all the way down here to the far right to log in and select Customer Login. This will take us right to our login screen. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in my username, which is WellsPC23, and my password, which I'm not going to tell you, and then hit enter, and you're in your CenDyt back office. I want to talk for just a moment about exactly what a keyword is. We've used that word quite a bit, but basically a keyword is just a one-word identifier to distinguish a campaign. So what happens is the customer or your subscriber has to text the word to our short code, which in this example our short code is 366948, and the keyword is nerd. And what this does is this will put them to a very specific campaign or promotion that you're running. And here's another example of this. This is for Knox Wellness. This is a business here in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. And they were going to a trade show, and they were setting up a VIP club. And so in this example, the keyword is KWVIP, and they're going to text that to our short code, which is 366948. So again, they can identify a very specific list of customers that may be at the office or maybe customers that they acquired at the trade show. So we're going to talk about that next. I want to spend a minute just talking about what is a list and what is a campaign, and why is it important to have different keywords to generate different types of lists. So basically, a list and a campaign, it's a different way to have different content and messages go to a specialized group of customers or different specialized group of people within your group or organization. So I have two examples here. The first one is a church. So church is obviously a group or organization. And within the church, you can have, the whole population of the church. So if you want to send out a message about family picnic that's coming up this weekend, or maybe there's a weather delay, or whatever message you want to get out to the whole population, obviously you can do that. But then you can also segregate it up into many different lists within the same church. You may have a men's group. You may have a women's group. You may have choir. Maybe there's a Bible study group. Maybe there's an outreach. Well, you can set up a separate list or separate campaign for each one of these groups. So if you want to send a message just out to the folks that are on the choir list, you can. Or if you want to send out a list to just people that are in the Bible study, you can. Or like I mentioned earlier, if you want to send a message out to everybody, the entire population, that's also possible. So you can see having that flexibility is really beneficial. Let me give you another example of a power equipment retailer, somebody that sells lawnmowers and power equipment. So you may have residential customers, you might have commercial customers, you may have customers that just are interested in parts. Maybe there's customers that are just interested in service. Maybe you have a VIP club for some very good, very profitable customers. So you can segregate this list, and to me, it's really important. So, for example, if your commercial customers are your most profitable customers, then wouldn't you want to have a separate message, a separate marketing campaign going out just to those folks? Isn't that a very different customer than a residential customer? And so our program gives you that flexibility. And of course, again, you can send a message out to the entire group as well. So for example, if you're going to be closed on Memorial Day weekend, or maybe have special hours of operation, yeah, that's a great message to go out to the whole population. But if you're having a special on service or parts, or maybe you got a new delivery in of high-end commercial mowers, then you can send it directly just to that one specialized group. Next thing we want to talk about is what is a subscriber. And this is somebody who then opts in and subscribes to your list. So it's just simply somebody who responds, and they'll type in that keyword and to our short code, and now they're a subscriber to the list. We talk about our digital fishbowl campaign, and our digital fishbowl is the fastest way to help generate a list of subscribers for your campaign. One of the first things as you get going, you go, okay, this is such a great program, but how do I build my list? The best way to build your list is with the digital fishbowl. This is unique to CenDyt. I want to tell you a little bit more about how this works. I'm sure you've been in a restaurant before where there's a fishbowl sitting on the counter, and people drop their business card in the fishbowl during the week. And at the end of the week, the manager pulls the card out, and whoever gets the card pulled out wins a free meal. Well, this is a similar concept, except it's all digital. And what happens is you have the opportunity to select your prize. It can be anything. It can be a big prize. It can be a little prize. And you can also select the duration of the promotion. And at the end of the promotion, our system will randomly select a winner or multiple winners. You can have more than one. And it'll automatically notify the winner. Congratulations, you've won our prize. Please stop by to pick it up. But it also will notify the people who didn't win. And it gives you an opportunity to communicate with them also one-on-one. So you can do a consolation prize, for example. Sorry you didn't win our grand prize. However, stop by on your next visit, show this text message, and we'll give you a free fountain drink, or we'll give you a free dessert. Whatever the offer is that you want to give, you have the opportunity to do that. Let me show you an example of how the digital fishbowl works. This is Joe and Joe's Pizza, and he's running a digital fishbowl campaign. Very modest prize. Win a $25 gift card. All you have to do is text the word pizza to 366948. Very simple, very modest prize, super simple to execute. But again, this is the fastest way to build your list. There's lots of execution strategies and ways to communicate it to your customers. One of them is tabletop tent toppers. This is an example of this right here. It's real easy to stick this on the counter. You can put it on each table. Maybe you have a checkout desk or checkout stand where you're at. Maybe you're in a doctor's office. You can put it somewhere within one of the waiting rooms. We also do business cards. That's one of my favorite things. You can do something like this. I can get 500 business cards for $9.99 all day long at a lot of different office supply stores around town. We can do window signs. You can do stickers. You can put stickers on people's uniforms or shirts. You can put them on receipts. We put them on top of a pizza box. Lots of different ways to execute and use the sticker program. Depending on where you're at, you may have an opportunity to do yard signs and banners. You can also integrate this in with your point of sale, with your receipts, and also tie it in and beef up your social media or your website. So lots of ideas on ways to communicate the message, get that out to your customers or people within your group. Let's talk about CenDyt's Overage Protection Plan. It is a great tool to have, and I highly recommend that you take a look at this. What this does, it ensures that you never run out of text messages. So for example, if you're on the $29.99 text messaging plan with 400 messages, and you're really starting to build up your list and people are getting excited and joining, you want to make sure that that you don't get cut off. And what this does is it only kicks in if you run out of messages. And there's two different plans. One of them is our starter overdraft plan. It gives you 100 additional text messages for $7.50. And our second plan is our standard starter overdraft plan with 200 messages for only $14.99. So what happens is this will kick in when you run out of messages. That way you make sure that your messages still go out. If you don't use all of these, any unused messages automatically roll over. And you can also change plans at any time. You can move up to a plan, or you can discontinue the plan. Also, with any of our plans that we talked about earlier, our subscription plans, you can also move up and down within those plans without any problems or issues as well. So really a great tool to have is this overage protection plan. It really ensures that your messages keep going out. So I highly recommend that you pick one of these two plans. I want to talk next about our broadcast scheduler. This is again in the back office, and we're going to show you exactly how to get there. The first thing you need to do is go to your customer control panel, select one of your campaigns, and I'm just looking at several of my campaigns here. Select Manage Broadcast, and then select Schedule Broadcast. And at this point is a screen where you can schedule one of your broadcasts. What this does, it allows you to schedule a message far in advance. And so you can pick how often the message goes out, and we're going to have a whole nother training program on the broadcast scheduler, but I just want to give you a brief overview. But you can send out messages just this one time, or you may have a message that if you have a meeting or something that happens once a week, you can send it out on a regular time going forward, or once a month. And you can pick the start date, you can pick the end date. You can set this to go I think up into 10 years in advance. So there's a lot of range there. You can pick the exact time of day that this goes out, and it'll tell you what time zone that you're currently set up for. And you can also segregate this by area code or opt-in date. So those are some more advanced features that we'll cover in another training module. But I wanted to make sure I showed you about our broadcast schedule and showed you a little bit about what it does, and I'll show you where that's located. We also have incoming text messages where customers can send us messages back. And the message will show up right here in this section under New Messages. And you can talk to people back and forth right from here, or it can go right to your cell phone or a number that you set up for that. And if somebody, you don't like what they're saying, you can unsubscribe them or you can delete the messages. There's lots of different options and flexibility there as well. Let's talk about our web widget. And a web widget is simply some code. This is the code right here that you can have someone embed in your website or in one of the sidebars, something along those lines. And people can opt into your campaigns right from your web page. So in this example, subscribe to our VIP club for special deals, discounts, and more. All they do is enter in their phone number, enter in this code right here, and hit the subscribe button. And we do this code here to make sure that you don't get any junk spam messages coming in to your campaigns. We don't want to waste your messages. So this is kind of a really nice little feature. But that's how our web widget works. It's super easy to embed this into a web page. You may do it yourself. You may have somebody that does your website for you. But that's how that works. Let me show you another feature of your CenDyt back office, and that's polls. You're going to find this under the Advertiser Control Panel. Go down here to the end where it says Contest and select Polls. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is the entry form shows up. Now we're not going to fill this out right now. We're going to have a whole separate training module on how to set this up and execute this. But I just want to give you an overview of where this is at. This is in the back office under Contest. Again, select Polls. The last thing I want to talk about is campaign analytics. And so let's start off by showing you exactly where the campaign analytics are located in your CenDyt back office. Right now I'm in the CenDyt back office, and what we want to take a look at is analytics. So we're back in the customer control panel. There's an analytics tab. Just click in this tab, and this is where all your information is at. I've gone ahead and taken some screenshots just to kind of blow this up a little bit and make it easier to see. But you can click exactly which campaign you want to take a look at. You can select a date range. And what this will do is give you all the different information regarding your campaigns. It'll show you how many messages you sent out day by day, how many people opted in to your new campaigns during this time frame, and also you can see who opted out of your campaign. So this is really good, valuable information. And then also this has the information in this line chart too. We can kind of look at it and it gives you a visual representation of what happens day by day. So in today's training module, we've looked at CenDyt plans and features. We've talked about the terminology and the buzzwords that we use regarding the SMS text message marketing. We've talked about CenDyt's digital fishbowl and how it's unique to CenDyt and what a great way it is to build the list. We talked about lots of different execution strategies and ideas on ways to communicate your text messaging program to your customers or groups. We talked about CenDyt's overage protection plans and why that's such an important feature, and we highly recommend that you add that to your program. We showed you the broadcast scheduler tool and showed you how you can plan your messages all the way up to 10 years out in advance if you want to go that far out. We showed you how you can receive incoming text messages and how that works. We showed you our web widget and what a great tool that is to add customers or add subscribers directly from your website. And we also showed you the campaign analytics. Thank you so much for joining us for another training session here with CenDyt. Again, my name is Paul Wells. I'm the Vice President of Marketing. Thank you so much for joining us.